It's time for our weekly financial forecast, and we are joined by Tim Fitzwilliams with Fitzwilliams Financial. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, as always.
Talking about inflation. Now,
Yes,
inflation cooled a little bit. You know, the energy prices went down, so the last report was like 3.5%, down from like 4 something. But now, energy prices going back up. So what is that going to mean for the progress that we're trying to make?
Sure. So, look, the market can deal with bad news, it can deal with good news, but it struggles with uncertainty, and that's when volatility comes in, right? So when this Iran thing started, it was large spikes in volatility because it's a major change. And so when oil prices shot up, gas went up with it really fast. It takes time for the gas to come back down. But what you're going to notice now is the spike is not so dramatic. It's a little bit smaller because the market's starting to absorb what's going on in Iran. Because people in countries are trying to get around it, doing other things like build another way to get the oil, right? Not relying on the straits as much as they once did. And so now the market knows what's going on. It's made adjustments and is starting to absorb it. So again, we feel that that inflation is not going to be around very long at all. It's all going to work itself off, and we'll be right into a nice expansion, which is what we've been plotting for a while now.
Okay, let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Let's hope so.
This is going to be a huge week in terms of finding out some of the corporate earnings. So what should we look for in corporate earnings, especially if you have a 401k?
Absolutely. So corporate earnings can be good news or bad news. And if investors don't get the news that they like, there can be a lot of volatility. And to your point about a 401k, that can be very difficult to make changes around earnings because it's very hard sometimes in 401ks to move quickly as the type of investments that they are.
Right.
So when we see earnings, be aware there can be volatility associated with it. Even if you as the consumer think that that company did good, the investors may not feel the same, and volatility could enter the space.
All right, let's go back a few weeks. SpaceX. And investing in SpaceX.
Right.
You thought that was a good thing, right? Or
no. I thought that it was a good company, but I don't think it was a great thing to invest in.
Right, okay.
Because it's like going to Vegas. So I'm going to go on record and say it's the Wild West if you wanted to have fun. And that's what I was saying, and here we are, right? It was trading around 120 bucks or so.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, it's just because of how it was designed. I mean, it's asking people to accept a company that doesn't have fundamentals, that's going to have 100 times multiplier associated with it. That is huge. That's a big ask.
Right.
And so it's not that the company doesn't have good model or that it can't do amazing things. It's looking to try to change humanity as we know it.
Right. It is expanding into AI.
Yeah, but you got to do it, though. Then the value comes. And then there's fundamentals. And then it makes more sense.
All right. Thank you so much. We always appreciate your advice.
Absolutely, always.
All right. And the financial forecast airs every Tuesday, 4 p.m. news. If you have a question you want answered, email us at financialforecast@13newsnow.com.